The Clown in the Abandoned Forest. Once upon a time, a group of young kids ventured deep into a desolate forest far from the city, seeking adventure. As the sun began to set, a mysterious house in the heart of the forest caught their attention. The old, dilapidated state of the house piqued their curiosity even more. Summoning their courage, they decided to enter the house. The house was dark and eerie, with old posters and children's toys scattered around. Suddenly, one of the kids found an old newspaper clipping. The article said that years ago, a clown lived in his house and kidnapped children. According to legends, this clown still roamed the house, waiting for his next victims. Though the kids didn't want to believe the story, they continued to explore every corner of the house. Suddenly, they heard a laugh coming from one of the back rooms. Their hearts began to race. When they peeked through the door, they saw someone dressed in an old, dusty clown costume staring back at them. When they tried to flee, they realized the door was locked. The clown slowly approached them, the kids huddled together. However, the clown suddenly stopped and vanished. A voice echoed through the house, "No one has ever escaped from this house." The kids used all their strength to break the door and managed to escape the forest quickly. When they returned to the city, they couldn't explain what had happened to anyone. The story of that house and the clown within remained a secret deep in the forest. Days turned into weeks, and the kids tried to move on with their lives, but the haunting memory of the clown lingered. They would often wake up from nightmares, seeing the clown's eerie face in their dreams. Despite their attempts to forget, they felt an inexplicable urge to return to the forest, as if the house was calling them back. One night, the group decided to meet secretly and discuss their shared nightmares. They realized that the clown's voice was not just a threat but a call for help. One of the kids, the bravest among them, suggested they go back to the house to uncover the truth and put an end to the haunting. Armed with flashlights and a plan, they ventured back into the forest. As they approached the house, the atmosphere grew colder, and the forest seemed unnaturally silent. Inside, the house appeared even more decrepit, with shadows dancing on the walls. They called out to the clown, offering help, but there was no response. Suddenly, the room grew dark, and the clown appeared once more, his face twisted in sadness rather than menace. Through the flickering light, they saw tears streaming down his painted face. He revealed that he was once a kind performer, cursed by a jealous rival to haunt the house for eternity. Determined to free the clown from his curse, the kids searched the house for clues. They found an old, enchanted box hidden beneath the floorboards. Inside was a faded picture of the clown with his family and a letter explaining the curse. With a unified effort, they performed a ritual described in the letter to break the curse. As the last words of the ritual were spoken, the house shook, and a bright light enveloped the room. The clown smiled, his face softening into a peaceful expression, and thanked the kids before disappearing into the light. The house began to crumble, and the kids ran outside just in time to see it collapse completely. Relieved and exhausted, they returned to the city, the haunting finally over. They never spoke of the clown again, but they always remembered the lesson they learned. Sometimes, even the most terrifying legends hide a cry for help.